Hello, I am Endlessness and welcome back to Final Fantasy VII Evo Crisis, and in this video I'd like to give you a guide for the floor B34 in the Pearl Singularity Tower. Bahamut has no elemental weakness nor resistance, so you could go either elemental or non-elemental, and mid-battle Bahamut will hit you with a dive bomb followed by Umbral Frenzy, and just after there will be a Diamond Sigil phase. And this B34 Bahamut has the same stat requirements as EX3 Bahamut, but he lacks those new mechanics, so if I'm correct he still has the same exact moveset as EX2 Bahamut, but you'll need to debuff both Bahamut attack types as well as buff your magic and physical defense, and you'll need very high defensive stats. Since B34 Bahamut is very similar to EX3, I brought the same setup I used for EX3, but the battle might be a bit easier since there is no Umbral Inferno and few other new attacks, and it's rather the old EX2 battle, but now it requires much higher stats, and you will need around 300 magic defense on your team to survive Mega Flares. And now you also need a tank with Provoke and high physical defense to survive Bahamut's physical attacks. And this is the only setup I can clear Bahamut with what I have on my account, but Tifa Vincent will be better as DPS, especially Tifa with her new banner ultimate weapon, and Aerith with Kamura will allow you to have DPS focus solely on DPSing, and Barret could have Micro Laser to debuff Bahamut's attacks. But since I don't have Kamura, I need Barret buffing magic defense with Escutcheon, and that means I need Sephiroth on my DPS to be the one debuffing attack. Aerith has Bahamut outfit with Breath of the Earth, Baharut for heals, and Crimson Staff to buff magic attack and debuff magic defense, Princess Guard, D-Faith to help Sephiroth debuff Bahamut's magic attack before Mega Flares, Cura for single target heals and heal boost slots, and a defensive stat stick, and then in sub-equipment slots Aerith has Guild Weapon with magic defense for allies, Terra Rod and Bahamut Glove for HP and magic defense. Barret has Varvados outfit with a light beam, Fafnir for Veil and Provoke, Escutcheon to buff magic defense, ultimate weapon, and 3 stat sticks with physical and magic defense. And then in sub-equipment slots, Barret has 2 guild weapons with magic and physical defense for allies, and the only weapon I have left available with magic attack for allies to boost Sephiroth. Sephiroth has magic ability mastery outfit with Mega Flare, Protector's Blade for DPS and Kuja to debuff attack, Genji, 3 stat sticks to boost his magic defense, and in sub-equipment slots Sephiroth has Gargantuan Monolith with HP and magic defense, Citricon with buff debuff extension so Sephiroth doesn't have to cast Kuja too often, and Micro Laser to max out magic attack and magic ability potency. Alright, Bahamut battle. So normally I would save AB, but with Aerith I'm going to use Crimson buffs, so Sephiroth can start doing a little bit more damage, but here you just want to buff, you must start buffing your magic defense and debuffing Bahamut's attack, but with Aerith I have to use D5 twice to help Sephiroth, otherwise he will not have enough AB to fully debuff that magic attack in time. Just one more cast and we are good. And now we can start recovering, but here will be our first countdown. Alright, and now do all the DPS that you can, because you don't want to sit on it for too long, so ideally you want to kill it close to 4 if you can, before 4, if not before 3. And with Aerith, of course, in that time you want to recover HP, either to full or very close to it. And one more attack. And here I'm just going to use Provoke on Barret. And Flare Breath. His attack is debuffed, but he will debuff your magic defense, so with Barret you want to buff it, and don't worry, he has Provoke on, so no other character will be targeted here, but now there will be Umbral Strikes that will target Barret, but it's nothing to worry about. On the second one, as soon as you get AEB, you can use his Veil, so he takes less damage. But unless attack debuffs expire, you can just continue doing DPS here. So second countdown, and I'm going to use Genji because I need to finish this countdown before the timer hits 1, so I can avoid the second Mega Flare. And this might be a little close. Not might, will be. Right, one more. Oh, it actually crit, so that's nice, it's depleted, but we already are at 2, so the next countdown will start at 1, so we won't even see the gauge. But now just debuff Bahamut's attack again. And now it'll be Dive Bomb. And it will target Barret, but you don't have to worry about any other attacks coming in. He's just charging it, so you can continue doing DPS here, but just make sure that Barret has high physical defense, Bahamut has physical attack debuffed, and if possible that Barret also has Veil, so you will recover easier from that. Because just after Veil, though, there will be Umbral Frenzy, so Barret will have to survive 2 attacks back to back. Alright, so same thing, make sure that physical attack is debuffed. Barret has all that, but I'm just going to use here Mega Flare because I don't want to sit on full summon and waste AUB when I could be already charging the second one. And we are good. Just make sure that the debuffs won't expire just before the attack. So I'm just going to keep it up because I think I saw it flashing. Provoke expired, but it doesn't matter now anymore because when a character is already targeted, Bahamut will not change the target, so it's fine. But here you can cure Barret to get him back to full HP, but be careful because now is the Sigil phase, so it's a very close one, and without Diamond Sigil it is very close to break this Sigil phase, and you cannot afford to get hit by Umbral Frenzy here, so you have to break it, and that way I just use Jubilation just in case. And alright, first do we apply all those buffs? And really, Aerith is so close to 70% HP, so I was sure that the buff would work. Umbral Strike, so same thing. Switch to defense, it's easy to recover. Oh no. And very soon we're going to get hit by Mega Flare, because when you start at 1, it just means that you will get hit. So same thing, debuff magic attack, nullify the buff first and then debuff it, but also make sure that your magic defense is buffed. Last set of buffs, and we're ready. This one hits harder because every time Bahamut does Mega Flare, he powers up, so his attacks hurt more every time you get hit by it. So at some point you will not be able to survive those Mega Flares, so that's why you want to get hits by the least amount of them. But also ideally you want to get hit by the second Mega Flare when you are nearing Bahamut's red HP bar. So that's when he will start his ultimate countdown, that you'll have a lot more time to be able to deal damage before he will start charging his final Mega Flare. But on those tail plays, it's fine, just make sure that your physical defense is buffed, because mostly those are physical attacks, single target attacks on Barret, but sometimes they are AoE, so that's the whole team takes a little bit less damage here. Right, Flare Breath. So the same thing, just buff your magic defense so you don't take too much damage, but mostly you just want to keep your attack buffs on Bahamut for the whole battle every time he does any attack. And just to get Veil active, but alright, Dark Aura. Actually, I didn't have to heal here, because when he does Dark Aura and he's already in red HP bar, that means that he will start his final countdown. And that's why you also want to get hit by second Mega Flare, so you start with 5 and not a lower number, because that just extends your time that you can use to do more DPS. But here, don't heal. If any character is low HP, just don't heal them, because it's just a DPS race at this point. And of course you can use your limit breaks to interrupt his countdown by a second if you want to, but with Mega Flare it will be a big bonk. But yes, when you reset the countdown with that Mega Flare, you have a lot of time, because that 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 is a lot of time. But I'm just going to use that here. Mega Flare 100% finish him off here, that chunk of HP. But yeah, he still had quite a lot of time before he would start charging that. So that just means that if you need a little bit more time, you have that. If you went into this final enrage with reset countdown here with the timer. But yeah, I would say with this EX2 moveset, Bahamut is significantly easier, but that high stat requirement doesn't make it much easier, of course, because you need highest magic and defense stats. And yeah, so I hope you found my guide helpful, and yes, it is still quite long battle, but yes, good luck on your own clear. I hope you found my guide helpful, and thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next one.